If you didn't expect to see an Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin searing to smoky oak perfection on a new wood-fired grill, just wait until you see the price. Wood-fired steak with 2 sides for just $9.99. Now for a limited time, only at Applebee's.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement Store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent Kelly Thorman in Minot. State Farm is there.
Meet the professionals of Trinity Sports Medicine. Trinity Sports Medicine has been serving the region's athletes and physically active population for more than 25 years. All of the athletic trainers at Trinity Sports Medicine are licensed in North Dakota and work side by side with Sports Medicine Medical Director Dr. Dawn Mattern to ensure the best possible care. Our professionals provide specialized medical care for preventing and treating injuries for the active people in our community. These medical professionals work hard to keep you healthy. But if an injury does happen, you can rely on the skilled athletic trainers to get you moving or back in the game again. It doesn't matter if you play for a competitive sports team or enjoy being active to stay healthy. You are part of the Trinity Sports Medicine family.
When you need a windshield chip repaired, why settle for just professional service when you can receive personal service too? At Choice Auto Glass, we take a hassle-free approach to replacing cracked and broken glass on cars and trucks by working directly with your insurance. But it's more than that. It's the attention we put into making sure your vehicle is returned to you clean and in proper repair. Choice Auto Glass. We're not the only one. We're simply the best one.
Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin isn't just a top choice cut of meat. For under $10, it's a top choice for your wallet. Applebee's new hand-cut wood-fired grilled steak. Now only $9.99 for a limited time. Only at Applebee's.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Looking for a mower? Look no further than Gooseneck Implement. At Gooseneck, we have the right John Deere lawn equipment for a range of homeowners. We offer riding mowers, zero-turn mowers, utility tractors, and even gators for the off-roading enthusiast. And when you buy from Gooseneck, you get the assurance that your John Deere equipment will have the parts and service support when you need it. Stop by Gooseneck Implement today and find the John Deere mower that's right for you.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.
Adams has Brent's driving back, post is there, it's in! Davison across. They're checking in. Tippett's in. Alex Adams. Oh my. Rebound back to the side of the net. It's in. Prince.
The Toros end 2016 with 4 straight wins, 3 of which came over the Bismarck Bobcats, outscoring the Cats by a score of 14-5 in those 3 games. Minot remains in the top spot inside the Central Division of the North American Hockey League. This is the week of January 4th. This is Tauros Weekly, presented by Farmers Union Insurance. On tonight's show, we'll talk to Austin Dollimer, Tyler Jeanson, and of course the head coach and GM, Marty Murray. I'm Nick Hulberg. Thanks for joining us from Elevation here at Minot Country Club. Let's get into it and look back to last weekend, and first those 3 matchups with the Bismarck Bobcats. 3 in a row, 2 in Minot, 1 in Bismarck at the VFW Sports Center, and it was the Toros that absolutely pounded the Cats 3 times in a row. The first night by a score of 4-1. Goals came from the Toros from Mann, Diddle, Sawchuk, and Adams. The following night, Friday night, in front of a good crowd, and Minot's score was 6-3 in favor of the Toros. Power play went 2 for 7. Jeanson had a heck of a night, 5-point night for Tyler Jeanson. 2 goals, 3 assists for him. Dollimer had 2 goals. Bross had a goal and 3 assists in the hockey game, as did Derek Frentz with 1 goal, 3 assists. Murray made 23 saves on the night. On to New Year's Eve at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. More Toros on this one. They win 4-1 again. Springman had a goal. Pionk scored. Talbot scored. Stephenson scored. Murray stopped 23 of 24 shots in the contest. Toros obviously off and rolling as you look at the Central Division standings here as we move into 2017. The Toros sitting on that record of 21-8-3. 45 points for them on the season, 37 points for Brookings, 17-11-2 is their record. Minnesota, the Wilderness, are 16-13-3, sitting on 35 points on the year. That's the lone opponent this weekend for the Toros on home ice. Austin occupies the final playoff spot, 34 points for them on the year with a 15-13-2 mark. Bismarck Bobcats have lost 6 straight road games. Their record falling all the way to 13-17-1. They're in last place, 27 points for them. Aberdeen with 29 points. They sit in the 5th place spot inside the division with a 13-14-2 mark. Let's look at the top Toros and who's performing in the top 10 spots for Minot here in the 2016-2017 campaign. A lot of high-scoring numbers for the Toros forwards and defensemen for that matter. Alex Adams, 30 points on the year, along with Reed Stephenson and Tyler Jeanson. That 30-point mark is number 12 inside the North American Hockey League for scoring. Hats off to those guys doing some great things at the top of the ladder for the Toros here in 2016-2017. Derek Frentz for the Toros, 4th in scoring, 27 points for him, 26 points for Bross, 21 for Jack Murphy. Chase Springman, 21 points, 21 for Nate Pionk. Nolan Sawchuk, 21 points for him. Sawchuk sitting on a 3-game goal-scoring streak on the road. The defenseman doing some good things with those 21 points. And, of course, Jake Diddle for the Toros, 17 points, rounds out the top 10. When you look at the goaltender numbers and the goaltenders that occupy the blue paint for the Toros doing some good things. Lucas Murray is red hot right now. His 14 wins rank 3rd inside the North American Hockey League. His 1,272 minutes rank 4th inside of the North American League in minutes played. Murray sitting on that record of 14-5-2, sitting on a .278 goals against average and save percentage right around 90%. But when you look at the month of December for Lucas Murray, .927 save percentage since the start of December. Goaltending definitely improving for the Toros. When we come back, we'll talk to Austin Dollimer, his thoughts on his rookie campaign for the Toros. We'll hear from him for the first time this year on Tauros Weekly. Then we'll hear from Tyler Jeanson and Marty Murray. This is Tauros Weekly live from Elevation here at the Minot Country Club.
Expect to see an Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin searing to smoky oak perfection on a new wood-fired grill? Just wait until you see the price. Wood-fired steak with 2 sides for just $9.99. Now for a limited time, only at Applebee's.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Tauros end the 2016 campaign with 4 straight wins, 3 against the Bismarck Bobcats. We're now joined by Austin Dollimer, one of the key players in the weekend series against Bismarck. And first of all, thanks for a little bit of time here tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Boy, you had kind of a breakout weekend in my mind. 2 goals, 2 assists on the weekend. And for you, first of all, has to feel pretty good getting your name on the score sheet in the right ways.
Yeah, it did. It felt really good.
Talk a little bit about this rookie transition for you and what it means to be on a team that's got so many veteran players and so many good guys at the top of the ladder. For you to be in the lineup pretty much every night and doing some good things and getting on the score sheet has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it feels really good. I mean, going out and battling with those guys every night, I want to try to do everything I can to help.
Your thoughts on that Bismarck series? That's a fun team to play, hey?
Yeah, I didn't know much about the rivalry coming in, but yeah, it's really fun. I mean, we don't like them, they don't like us. We want to beat them as much as possible.
What do you know about that rivalry coming in your rookie season? Was there talk about that from some of the veteran guys?
A lot of the older guys talked about it a lot. I mean, obviously we didn't know what it was all about, but the first couple times we played them, we figured it out pretty fast.
Your thoughts on trying to solidify a role here on this Tauros Hockey Club? A lot of guys that are going to graduate on from this year moving forward. You got some years left. How big is it for you to keep moving forward and trying to put a stamp on holding a spot not only this year but next year as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's really important. I mean, coming to practice every day and looking what they do. I mean, we obviously want to all take after them, all the rookies. Look at what they do coming into next year.
On to this weekend in one matchup with the Minnesota Wilderness. This is a team that's hard-fighting hockey team and big boys up there. What's your thought on this matchup, and is there a key to pick up 2 more points?
I mean, I think we just got to play the same way we did last weekend. Everyone was pretty fresh from the break, and I think if we just play hard in the forecheck and just battle, I think we'll be fine.
One personal goal for you moving forward in the rest of the season here in 2017. You guys are doing a nice job. First place, obviously, things are going well. Team success is there. As a rookie player on this team, do you have a personal goal for yourself you're trying to set and achieve?
I'd say just kind of keep putting up numbers like I did last weekend. Try to do that as much as possible, help in any way I can.
Nice job so far, and great weekend last weekend. Best of luck on Friday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That's Austin Dollimer, forward for the Minot Tauros. When we come back, we'll talk to Tyler Jeanson. He had a big weekend for the Tauros, moved up to the top spot in scoring. This is Tauros Weekly, presented by Farmers Union Insurance, live here at the Minot Country Club and Elevation Restaurant.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent Kelly Thorman in Minot. State Farm is there.
Meet the professionals of Trinity Sports Medicine. Trinity Sports Medicine has been serving the region's athletes and physically active population for more than 25 years. All of the athletic trainers at Trinity Sports Medicine are licensed in North Dakota and work side by side with Sports Medicine Medical Director Dr. Dawn Mattern to ensure the best possible care. Our professionals provide specialized medical care for preventing and treating injuries for the active people in our community. These medical professionals work hard to keep you healthy. But if an injury does happen, you can rely on the skilled athletic trainers to get you moving or back in the game again. It doesn't matter if you play for a competitive sports team or enjoy being active to stay healthy. You are part of the Trinity Sports Medicine family.
Tyler Jeanson had 31 points last year. Boy, he's on pace right now to shatter that record. He's got 30 points here in this campaign for the Toros, the new tied for the top spot in scoring for Toros hockey right now. First of all, Tyler, thanks for a little bit of your time here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What a weekend that was for you. 7 points on the 3 nights in a row against Bismarck. Your thoughts overall? Boy, you were feeling it.
Yeah, it was a great weekend for all of us, I think. It was 3 big games for us, and a lot of credit goes to my line mates, Derek Friends and Zach Bross. Really helped me out, and we seem to be clicking this last weekend.
Boy, clicking is maybe an understatement. Some of those highlight reel goals on the weekend were just that, highlight reel plays. How much of that is communication and just gelling with each other over time in the last couple seasons, putting those plays together like that?
Yeah, I think the more you play with the line, you get familiar with where each other are going to be on the ice, and I think that helps a lot because the plays happen really quick out there. So if you know where they are, the better you can get the puck to them.
You're already committed to Colgate to play college hockey at the Division I level. What does that do for you as a player, having kind of that freedom to just go out there and play easy? Is it more or less stress on you having that college commitment already in place?
I wouldn't say either. I mean, it's something I get to look forward to for sure and excited about, but I think it just comes down to playing hockey and, taking it game by game this season.
Talk about that Bismarck series this year. After last year, it was a pretty hard-fighting tilt every time we played the Cats. We've kind of had the edge here in the last few games. Your thoughts on that Bismarck rivalry and getting a win 3 nights in a row over those guys?
Yeah, it's easy games to get up for sure. It's our biggest rival, I'd say, and with fans like we have cheering for us in our building, it's a really cool experience.
You guys are just red hot when leading after the first period, just about unbeatable, 11-0 on the year, leading after 1 period of play. You're a veteran guy, leader on this hockey team. What has changed from the start of the year till now? It seems like our first periods have just been so much better as of late.
Yeah, it's something that we've been focusing on for sure. I mean, we got to get that first shift under our belt, and everyone can relax after that and just play their game.
Talk a little bit more about the goaltending and the back end. Obviously, things are clicking up front. Plenty of guys with 10 or more points on the season, but Lucas Murray's really come along here in this last month, if you will, and the defensive end's been good as well. Your thoughts on the back end?
Yeah, it's nice to when you have that in the back of your mind that you have a goalie that can make that big save for you going down the stretch. I think that's going to be huge. And our D-core, you can't always win games by outscoring the opponents, or you need to make sure you're not letting in less goals than the other team.
Talk a little bit about this matchup this weekend against Minnesota. They're a team that poses some problems, 2-2 on the season. You guys have a series split going so far. Your thoughts on this Minnesota team coming in on Friday night for the single game on the weekend?
I think we're just going to have to play like we did last weekend. They're a fast team, and I know they're good on the transition, so we're just going to have to stick to what we're used to and go from there. 30
points on the year. You're tied with a couple rookies, Adams up top and Stephenson. For you, another Canadian guy at the top of the ladder. Feels pretty good. Got a little bragging rights in the room now, or is that something you don't really worry about?
I don't think it's something we worry about. I mean, it's nice to chip in offensively once in a while for sure, and with Stephenson and Adams, they're both great players, and they're doing well for themselves.
Appreciate your time here tonight, and best of luck on Friday.
Thank you.
That's Tyler Jeanson, forward for the Toros. He had a 7-point weekend last weekend, looking for more of the same moving forward. We'll talk to Marty Murray when we return to Tauros Weekly.
When you need a windshield chip repaired, why settle for just professional service when you can receive personal service too? At Choice Auto Glass, we take a hassle-free approach to replacing cracked and broken glass on cars and trucks by working directly with your insurance. But it's more than that. It's the attention we put into making sure your vehicle is returned to you clean and in proper repair. Choice Auto Glass. We're not the only one. We're simply the best one.
Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin isn't just a top choice cut of meat. For under $10, it's a top choice for your wallet. Applebee's new hand-cut wood-fired grilled steak. Now only $9.99 for a limited time. Only at Applebee's.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out, and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Minot Toros have picked up points in 13 of their 16 home ice appearances this year. We're now joined with the coach, Marty Murray. Marty, thanks for some time here tonight, and your thoughts on ending out that 2016 campaign. Boy, you guys look pretty good against Bismarck.
Yeah, we have a nice 4-game streak going here now, and you know, the last one before Christmas, you never know how you know, mentally guys are there, and I was real pleased with the effort going into the Christmas break. And then, you know, another concern for a coach is how they're going to respond coming out of the Christmas break. And you know, we've passed the test in flying colors. I thought we had 3 solid games here into the new year. I hammer on you every week on the same stuff, the early starts or a quick start to the hockey game and the power play. Boy, it seemed like in that Bismarck series that those things weren't an issue. In your mind right now, is there an Achilles heel to this hockey team, or what are you focusing in on? You guys look pretty good to me. Well, you can never be perfect, but at the same time, you know, I was pleased with our starts, and that's something that's been kind of our problem all year, and our power play clicked in. But you looked at over our last 4 games, and during this streak, I thought our starts have all been pretty solid. So that hopefully is a trend that can hopefully continue. I mentioned the stat that you guys have picked up an 11-3-2 mark on home ice at that Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Your thoughts on that new venue, and boy, you can really say that the fans might help out a little bit with that home record, hey? No question. I think that you know, in the past couple of years, we've probably been better on the road than we have at home, and you know, I still feel like we're pretty strong on the road this year. But you know, we have a pretty decisive record at home, and it's nice to play in that beautiful arena, and it gets pretty rocking in there. You know, when we get those 1,000+ people at our games. I know you're a professional, Marty, but Team Canada just scored here in the World Juniors in the semifinals. We'll take a quick break so you can see the highlight. We'll come back and talk about your time on the World Junior Club for Canada. Then we'll talk about the matchup this upcoming weekend. This is Tauros Weekly.
Good eye. Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin isn't just a top choice cut of meat. For under $10, it's a top choice for your wallet. Applebee's new hand-cut wood-fired grilled steak, now only $9.99 for a limited time. Only at Applebee's.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out, and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Looking for a mower? Look no further than Gooseneck Implement. At Gooseneck, we have the right John Deere lawn equipment for a range of homeowners. We offer riding mowers, zero-turn mowers, utility tractors, and even gators for the off-roading enthusiast. And when you buy from Gooseneck, you get the assurance that your John Deere equipment will have the parts and service support when you need it. Stop by Gooseneck Implement today and find the John Deere mower that's right for you.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.
We're live at Elevation here at the Minot Country Club for another edition of Tauros Weekly. As we sit here, the World Junior Tournament continues to take place on the TVs here at Elevation at the Minot Country Club. We're with Marty Murray, the head coach of the Tauros, who was involved in the 94-95 World Junior Tournament. And you had a pretty good run for Team Canada. Talk a little bit about that, and why don't you give us just the cliff notes on your time spent in the 94-95 World Junior Tournament?
You know, first of all, it's a tremendous honor to represent your country at any level, and you know, for Canada, hockey's a pretty big deal. And you know, I had the opportunity to represent Canada on 2 different occasions at the World Juniors. One was in Czech Republic, and then the second year was in Red Deer, Alberta. And you know, we were able to come out on top in both and win the gold medal. And it's you know, it's a pretty big venue in Canada, and you know, we're playing in front of 18,000 people, and there's a lot of pressure as an 18, 19-year-old kid to perform. But looking back on, you know, those couple tournaments, definitely highlights in my career. Talk a little bit about the tournament in Red Deer in '95, and you had a pretty prestigious award coming out of there, named the tournament's top producing forward. Is that the correct way to label that? Yeah, I guess I led the tournament in scoring, was named the top forward in the tournament. So yeah, it's nice to obviously your thoughts are winning the gold medal for Canada, but I was able to put together a couple pretty good weeks, obviously surrounded by some pretty good players, and one of those situations where things kind of fell together, and it's something that kind of sticks with you forever. And like I said, just proud to represent your country and do good things.
Millions of questions come to mind when talking about this, but just one of them, when you talk about winning back-to-back goals, who are some of the guys on that club that really stand out to you as premier guys that went on to move on to play NHL careers? Is there any that stand out to you?
Well, the two tournaments were completely different. The first year we were rated, I think, 6 going into the tournament. We weren't expected to do that well. We had a lot of players that were playing in the NHL that were supposed to be there, but obviously couldn't. Chris Pronger, Paul Correa, those type of players. And so on paper, our team certainly didn't look as good, but we were able to come together and gel as a group and ended up winning the gold medal. The following year in Red Deer was a completely different story. The NHL was on lockout, so we had a lot of guys that actually played a full year in the NHL. I think we had 8 guys that had a year in the NHL under their belt. So there was a lot of pressure on us to perform and in front of our home fans. And we had the list goes on, but we had a lot of players that probably played close to 1,000 games, and your Wade Reddens, your Ed Jovanovskis, your Brian McCabe, that was kind of our back end, Ryan Smith, Darcy Tucker, Jeff O'Neill, Jeff Friesen. I mean, the list goes on, Jason Allison. You look back on that list, who actually represented that team, it's a pretty nice team to be on.
Absolutely, some big name guys that had some pretty glorious careers in the National Hockey League. When you watch now and you relive some of those memories from time to time, watching Canada right now play Sweden, your thoughts on the World Juniors and how the tournament's gone? I don't know if you've had a chance to follow it too closely, but hoping for a Canada-U.S. title match, I'm guessing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've watched about as much as I can. Obviously when we're playing and practicing, you don't get to focus on it that much, but whenever it has some downtime, I certainly watch it, and there's some friendly jobs going on in our locker room between the Canada and our U.S. players, so it'd be fun to see a Canada-U.S. final there tomorrow.
Let's talk about business now for you guys in the next matchup. Wilderness come back to town. This is a Minnesota team with a 16-13-3 mark on the year and a 2-2 series through the 4 games that we've played them. What kind of challenges does this team bring to the table on Friday night?
Well, I've said it before, and I'll stick to my guns. I think they're the hardest working team we've faced. They're really quick. They take away time and space, and when we've been ready to play against them, we've looked good, but they've kind of humbled us a little bit at times too, where they've really skated us in the ice. So it'll be a big test for us. We only have 1 game this weekend, so we need to pour everything we have into that 60 minutes and hopefully come up with a good effort again.
You got 10 guys or more with 17 or more points on the year. Your thoughts on the offensive production of this Tauros team? You guys are really looking like a first-place team right now.
Yeah, like you said, I think we have 9 players with 20 points or more, and to have that depth and the ability to win games in different ways is a big positive for a hockey team. I'm real pleased with some of our veterans at the top of the list, and then some of our younger guys, some of our rookies have really come along here and shown signs of really being significant players in the second half. And I think our goaltending has been strong in December, and we seem to be firing on all cylinders as we speak. But as we know in the hockey world, that can change pretty quick, so we can't let our foot off the gas here.
I kind of look back to a few years back with the Lazat boys, Blake and John, that year that the Toros were so good. Can you put a comparison from this year to that year? Obviously 2 different teams, but the highlight reel plays that we saw this past weekend against Bismarck really makes us look like this might be maybe the best team in franchise history. Is that fair to say?
I think, hopefully that's a question that can be answered, come May, but I think we're right there. We had a skill group back then. One thing that I, was a little worried about in the last couple of years is our size or lack thereof, and I think that's one of the areas we tried to address this year, is getting them a little bit bigger, especially up front, and without taking away our skill. And so far so good. We look like we can make plays, but at the same time we can answer the bell and not be in the penalty box all night, but push the pace with the physical play too.
We just turned the calendar page over to 2017. Final question for you: did you have a New Year's resolution here for the new year, Marty?
Not really. I don't, I guess, put a lot of thought into that. But let me ask you, do you have a New Year's resolution?
Well, I think the P90X joke was from Santa Claus. I don't think that's coming true this year either. We'll see what happens, but sure appreciate your time here tonight.
My pleasure, Nick. Thanks.
That's Marty Murray, the head coach and GM of the Minot Minotauros. When we come back, we'll preview the weekend. The one matchup on home ice for the Toros at Pepsi Rink, brought to you by Carpet Garage. The Minnesota Wilderness will be in town. This is Tauros Weekly, presented by Farmers Union Insurance here at Elevation at the Minot Country Club.
If you didn't expect to see an Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin searing to smoky oak perfection on a new wood-fired grill, just wait until you see the price. Wood-fired steak with 2 sides for just $9.99. Now for a limited time, only at Applebee's.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement Store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Minot Minotauros again back at home coming up on Friday night. This game presented by the Carpet Garage. Minnesota Wilderness will be in town at 7:35 p.m. Tickets are available at MinotaurosHockey.com. Let's take a look at this matchup and the preview for it. Toros come in the first place spot inside the division with that 21-8-3 record, currently scoring 3.56 goals per game. Not too shabby for the Toros up front. They're giving up 2.84 goals a game compared to Minnesota's 3.9 goals per game. Minnesota scoring around 3.5 as well on the season. Minnesota sits on that 16-13-3 mark. Looking at both these clubs, it's a good matchup with 1-3 inside the Central Division of the North American Hockey League. Here's some key notes to this one. Minnesota's lost 3 in a row. The Toros have won 4 in a row. The series is tied at 2-2 on the season. Minot's power play currently ranking 18th in the North American Hockey League. They sit at 17%. Penalty kill's been much better, however, 5th in the league, sitting at 85%. Minnesota's power play is deadly. 23% of the time they score with the man advantage. Their penalty kill has been pretty good as well, 6th in the league at 83%. Keep in mind the Toros sitting on the attendance mark of 1,187, currently 10th in the North American Hockey League for another home game here at Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Here's a key stat for you. The Toros are 19-2 when scoring first in the 2016-2017 campaign. Look for that to be a big key to the contest coming up on Friday night. When we talk about the Dash app and this week's Dash app and the contest to see what we're going to be giving away, this is a Toros game-worn helmet signed by all the Toros captains. It's available on the Dash app right now. Current bid is at $80. Once again, the Dash app giving away a Toros helmet, game-worn helmet that's signed by all the captains. You can bid on that currently right now at dashapp.io. Again, that's dashapp.io. You can win this helmet on Friday night. We're going to give this thing away at 8:30 p.m. when the bidding ends on Friday night. We'll give it to you at the Toros game again Friday evening. Again, a signed game-worn helmet by all the Toros captains. Game brought to you by Carpet Garage. 7:35 is the time for the face-off. Tank the Toro will be there. Everybody else involved. Should be a fun night on Friday night with the first place Toros trying to see if they can't take the series edge against the Minnesota Wilderness. That's going to do it tonight for us from Elevation here at the Minot Country Club for another edition of Tauros Weekly. Special thanks to Austin Dollimer and Tyler Jeanson, the players that stopped by. Of course, Marty Murray swinging in, taking a break from the World Junior Tournament to come over to Elevation to talk a little Toros hockey. Special thanks to Ken Oda, the producer of the show tonight. As always, Ken, great job here this evening. I'm Nick Hulberg signing off. We'll see you on Friday night when the Toros take on the Wilderness. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
If you can find a better steak in Minot, go there. Otherwise, try the biggest, juiciest steaks you've ever had at Elevation Restaurant at Minot Country Club. Open to the public all year long.